Hello and welcome to my Sprint 1 showcase for my 2D puzzle platformer Orb Garden. In this first sprint I developed the basic player movement. As you can see, they can move from left to right, they can jump only once, they cannot wall jump, and their jump is powered by momentum, so they can jump slightly further when they take a running start. This is very basic for a reason, as most of the powerful abilities the player will be utilising will come through the form of orbs, the main puzzle piece of this game. I will showcase this mechanic now, as I have built the majority of this basic orbs within this first sprint. So first we will showcase a orb I call the launcher. As you can see, every orb has basic AI. It slowly moves from left to right. However, when we pick it up, and we can only hold one at a time, once placed back down it will disable this AI, so you don't have your puzzle pieces roaming about when you're trying to solve an issue, as this could become quite frustrating. So all orbs have an ability. This ability has a cooldown, and this particular orb I'm showcasing, named the Launcher, shoots us up into the air when activated, as you can see there. Now obviously this is not a very useful ability on its own right, but what it allows is the use of double jump, so I can jump and then use the ability, and as you can see I jump significantly higher when utilising that mechanic. The next orb I would like to showcase here, I have dubbed platformers. We will drag a couple of them into the scene. So, when I use the ability of these, it places down a platform, and the two different orbs here last for longer, so the orange one here lasts for longer than the grey one. The grey one is a much shorter time, and as you'll see, after a short period they turn back into their orb forms. These orbs tie into the next one, which I have dubbed the blaster, which can destroy destructibles within the scene, including these platforms created by the platformers. So I will showcase that now. If I summon a platformer in about the middle of the scene here, then I get my blaster. I use my blaster, as you can see it's destroyed that platform. And the explosion also does create some basic momentum to push nearby orbs away. The final orb I want to showcase here I called the Hollow. They are very work in progress. This is their kind of bare bones implementation. As you can see, they have no art, but essentially the hollows pull towards one another. When I use the green hollow, it will pull the red hollow towards me. However, when I use the red hollow, it will pull me towards the green orb, as you can see. There is one more orb, which is a key orb. This disables electrical fields and will be showcased later in the demonstration. However, it is a bit difficult to showcase in a vacuum like this. One more feature I'd like to showcase before moving on to showcasing some more of the puzzle elements is another facet to their basic AI. That's the reason I'm deleting them here, to re-enable their AI. So if I put some platformers into the scene, and then I put in a beach ball, you'll see they all attempt to play with the beach ball. This is to kind of simulate, I suppose, life, to make the orbs feel like creatures and less like objects that you are simply interacting with. Obviously this would not be used in puzzles, but would be a useful feature for hub areas. I will now showcase all them puzzle pieces working together in a very, very basic bare bones puzzle. So, in this puzzle, you need to get the key that you can see in the bottom left to activate this lock, which you can see in the top left, so that you can get a bomb down to the very bottom left to destroy that platform. As you see, it seems like a simple problem to fix, however, there are plenty of barriers to get in our way. First of all, how do we get over there? Well, they might first grab one of these launcher orbs, shoot themselves up using this fan, blast themselves across, and then find, oh, they kind of can't get down here. What they would have also realised at this point within the game is that blaster orbs can be activated by the electrical fields, so they might think, well, I can throw the blaster orb up, it can roll and hit that electrical field, and it can blow up the platform that's blocking the way. This is the solution, however, they will quickly find they cannot throw the orb nowhere near high enough. Even if they stack themselves on top of another orb, there is no way they're getting it to that height. That's where the platformer comes in. If they are to grab the platformer, it will allow them to boost their height, which will give them just enough distance to where they can now close that gap and roll the bomb through. As you can see, it got activated by the electrical field and blew up the platform that was blocking the way. So now they can grab a launcher orb, they can go back up through the fan and this time they can get through and down. As you can see, they are now down, however the platform still blocks the way, and so they can take this key back up, and now they can disable the circuit. Now the electrical field's disabled, they need to repeat what they did initially in the puzzle to get the bomb through to that secondary area. As you can see, I'm simply repeating the first process by throwing the bomb upwards. Now they need to grab this launcher to launch themselves back over so that they can get through to the end of the puzzle. There you have it. This example puzzle is solved, and with that, that showcases all the items built within Sprint 1 of this project.